A lot has been going on in the Tesla company recently, and in fact, the whole EV industry, like new features coming into the Tesla Model S, Model Y's Tesla production updates, Model X refresh signing, and autopilot investigations by the government and full self-driving beta updates. So in this video, we'll be discussing in detail all the information regarding these updates, so stay tuned for the end for the spicy is just of all. First up, and so interesting for some of you, is the formal investigation by the NHTSA on Tesla's autopilot system. This is coming after multiple occurrences of Tesla cars crashing into parked emergency vehicles with their lights flashing on. NHTSA reports that there have been 11 such crashes identified where Tesla vehicles have interestingly encountered first responder scenes and subsequently struck one or more vehicles since 2018. Due to this, they're covering about 750,000 cars with Tesla's prominent and efficient autopilot system and its investigation. This did not just end there, though, to the silent annoyance of competitive car manufacturers out there. This unwittingly spilled into the industry as a whole, when NHTSA requested all driver assist data from 12 automakers to aid their expanded investigation within a deadline that reached until November 17 of this year. Failure to meet the deadline would attract staggering penalties of up to $115 million. While results of the investigation have not been published as of now, most expect that it will at least lead to much stricter driving monitoring requirements for every car with the vehicle autopilot system widely used worldwide as a key feature to more modern vehicles out there in the world today. In lieu of this, Tesla has introduced the steering wheel turning force. But unfortunately, this update can be tricked if the driver chooses to operate the vehicle incorrectly and purposely put themselves at risk. Also, cabin cameras have been introduced into EVs to ensure drivers are paying attention while driving by tracking toe movement. This more robust system is not expected to be tracked easily, but can still be done with classes as seen with Ford's system. As it is, fingers remain crossed that Tesla will figure out a way to overcome this annoying hurdle that could potentially cause safety-related issues, which could become deep money absorbing future liabilities and also reduce the risk of car crashes as well. Still, recent studies have shown that driver attention on the road decreases noticeably when autopilot is engaged. Not their fault really, as this is actually the whole point of having an automated aid to driving on the road. Of what use is a technological innovation that successfully holds my full attention, as when I'm fully driving the vehicle myself, while claiming to aid driving the vehicle itself? Well, the study concluded that off-road glances were longer with autopilot active than without, and this frequency also changed. Driving related to off-road glances was less frequent, or the autopilot was active than in manual driving. Meanwhile, non-driving related glances were the most frequent and the longest when autopilot was on. Furthermore, studies found that the drivers pay more attention to the road when the autopilot is not active. While these results seem obvious, the autopilot systems are at a point right now where they need the full driver's attention. But the goal is to someday be fully self-driving without your attention. And so while it's great that your autopilot system can go long distances without requiring much of your manual input, it does not really help your attention on the road. You may begin trusting the system and not paying attention, which could ultimately end in messing up. Interestingly, data from Tesla shows that regardless of driver's attention, findings show that autopilot makes driving safer when available than manual driving, reducing chances of accidents by 10 times altogether. The paradox therefore becomes that the autopilot is safer, but not perfect, and that drivers need to pay attention while on autopilot. But it will develop to self-driving capacity that does not need your attention. Regardless, Tesla's cabin camera monitoring system may be the latest innovation that could potentially ensure that drivers are paying attention to the road, but that is yet to be seen as time goes on. In other news, new features for the Tesla Model S are soon to be available. New or otherwise missing in the Model S software features soon to come include the adaptive suspension dampening, uses an algorithm in the car to rebalance the suspension, giving you a far much smoother ride. This is particularly ingenious of Tesla to use software updates to improve hardware elements in the car. No surprise here, as this is in line with one of Tesla's major selling points, the upgrading of their vehicle systems over the air to all of their paid customers. Other software updates to come include immersive sound, Sirius XM range display battery that better represents real-world change conditions. finally, by the way, we've been really waiting for this when, under accessibility, the child lock button has been moved to the main control screen. Features in the Model 3 and Y that have just come to the Model S include Disney Plus integration, side mirror auto dim, full dash cam, a viewer as well as autosave clips of safety events in the dash cam. And the feature is yet to be added to the updates is the option to remain connected to Wi-Fi in the drive. Despite all of this, there are still some features that are still to come, like rear screen gaming, and the more widely anticipated tilting screen. This feature was announced to be released with the car but ended up not being delivered. The Model X refresh does not have any promised detail, but it's still undergoing by Tesla. Pictures of the new Model X spotted somewhere in California show that it does look very different from previous cars of the same model in the exterior, except for the new addition of the all-black 20-inch Cyberstream wheels that seriously improve the look of the exterior. The interior looks impressive, as all Tesla cars do. But it has all of the same features, and so does not look so different from other cars. The yoke is the same one in the Model S Plaid, and has the same center screen as the Model 3 and Y. Hopefully the release date for this car is sooner rather than later. But the company is seriously dealing with supply constraints, and they seem to be focusing more on the Model S since it's on the same platform and currently sells even better than the Tesla Model X. Talking about supply constraints, the factory has noticeably been unable to meet up with demand for their cars at the moment. The reason for this was explained in the mail from Musk to his staff, which leads recently stating that this was due to the shortage of parts suffered by the entire automotive industry earlier this year, a shortage that widely affected most if not all automotive vehicle manufacturers for meeting up with the demand or for even their standard issues. More recently, however, Tesla released the full self-driving beta version 10 to beta testers. This version, according to Elon Musk's tweet, is going to blow everyone's minds. However, a beta tester said that though there is definite improvement and progress in this version, it's not quite as mind-blowing as was promised and still needs more fine-tuning. The new version is definitely a great improvement from the earlier tested version 9. We still hope to see even more improvements over time on this model. And lastly, a leaked juicy video from the Tesla Gigafactory in Texas shows tons of mega casts for the Model Y that the company is producing, which indicates that full production should be starting soon. The plan is for production to begin at the end of the year, and the leaked video on Snapchat shows that they're well and on the right track to deliver on this. This is amazing news to all Tesla lovers out there, and will most likely have a pending order for that model, and are wondering if the communicated release date for the vehicle would be affected by some issues, and have the date moved further, as it's quite customary with Tesla these days. That's at the end of the video. Hope you like this video, plus thank you for spending some time with us, and please let us know in the comments section below about the video. A gentle reminder: subscribe to our channel for more content just like this one, and also press the bell icon to get notified about our new uploads.